What if I told you that 3 cups of tea a day could help you keep your strength, rebuild muscle you thought you'd lost forever, and even make walking feel easier and more stable, no matter your age? After 60, something changes in our bodies. You may have noticed it. The stairs feel a little steeper, groceries feel a little heavier, and your balance isn't quite what it used to be. That's not just getting older. It's called sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength. Now, here's the exciting part. New research shows that certain natural compounds in tea can actually switch on your body's muscle regeneration pathways, protect your existing muscle fibers from breakdown, and improve circulation to fuel every step you take. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 specific teas backed by clinical science that can help you walk stronger, recover faster, and keep your independence for years to come. And I'll also explain exactly how they work inside your body so you can start making them part of your daily routine, right away. Stick with me until the end because the third T is the one most people overlook, but it could be the key to reversing years of muscle decline. As we age, our bodies go through a series of subtle yet profound changes that can be easy to overlook in the early years, but become increasingly apparent after the age of 60. One of the most significant and yet underappreciated changes is the gradual decline in muscle mass and muscle strength, a condition known in medical terms as sarcopenia. Unlike the dramatic illnesses that capture headlines, sarcopenia often creeps in silently. It doesn't announce itself with a single event, but rather shows up in the everyday moments. Climbing a flight of stairs feels more tiring. Rising from a chair takes more effort. Carrying groceries feels like more of a challenge than it used to. These are not just inconveniences. They are physical manifestations of a biological process that has been underway for years. The human body reaches its peak muscle mass in the late 20s to early 30s, and for a time it holds steady. But by the 4th decade of life, the balance between muscle building and muscle breakdown begins to tip unfavorably. In the early stages, this decline is slow and almost imperceptible. However, around age 60, the process accelerates. Research shows that adults in this age bracket can lose as much as 3% of their muscle mass every year if nothing is done to counteract the trend. That means in a single decade, a person could lose nearly a third of their lean muscle tissue. A staggering loss that has profound effects not only on strength and endurance, but also on overall health and independence. The causes of muscle loss after 60 are multifactorial, which is why the problem is so persistent and challenging to address. One of the primary drivers is hormonal change. Levels of anabolic hormones, such as testosterone, growth hormone, and insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1, decline steadily with age. These hormones play critical roles in stimulating muscle protein synthesis, the process by which the body builds new muscle tissue. As their levels fall, the body's ability to repair and replace damaged muscle fibers diminishes, and the rate of muscle protein breakdown starts to outpace the rate of muscle building. Another significant factor is the loss of motor neurons, the specialized nerve cells that send signals from the brain and spinal cord to the muscles, telling them to contract. As motor neurons die off with age, the muscle fibers they control, known as motor units, become inactive. In younger adults, the body can often compensate by reassigning these fibers to neighboring neurons, but after a certain threshold is crossed, that compensatory capacity diminishes and those unused fibers begin to atrophy. This loss of nerve-muscle connection is one reason why older adults not only lose muscle size, but also experience reductions in coordination, balance, and reaction time. On top of these neurological and hormonal changes, metabolic efficiency declines with age. Mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses inside muscle cells that produce energy, become less efficient and more prone to damage from oxidative stress. This means that even when older adults engage their muscles, the cells may not be able to produce energy as effectively, leading to quicker fatigue and slower recovery. Compounding this is a chronic, low-grade inflammation that tends to develop with aging, known as inflammaging. This state of persistent inflammation interferes with muscle repair and promotes further breakdown of muscle proteins. Nutrition and lifestyle factors add another layer to this picture. Many people over 60 unconsciously reduce their protein intake, either due to changes in appetite, chewing difficulties, or dietary restrictions. Without adequate high-quality protein, the body lacks the raw materials necessary to synthesize new muscle tissue. Physical activity levels often decline as well, sometimes because of injury, arthritis, or simply the perception that exercise is too strenuous at a certain age. Yet inactivity accelerates muscle loss dramatically. Muscles are a use it or lose it tissue. Without regular challenge through resistance or weight-bearing activity, muscle fibers shrink, connective tissue stiffens, and strength fades. There is also an important vascular component to consider. As arteries become less flexible with age, blood flow to working muscles can be compromised. This reduces the delivery of oxygen and nutrients during physical activity and slows the removal of metabolic waste products afterward. Over time, impaired circulation contributes to feelings of heaviness or weakness in the limbs, making it harder to sustain an active lifestyle, which in turn further fuels the cycle of muscle decline. The consequences of unchecked muscle loss extend far beyond difficulty lifting heavy objects or reduced walking speed. Skeletal muscle is a major reservoir for glucose metabolism. When muscle mass decreases, blood sugar control often worsens, increasing the risk for type 2 diabetes. Muscle tissue also plays a role in supporting the immune system, maintaining posture, and protecting joints from injury by absorbing impact forces during movement. As muscles weaken, the likelihood of falls and fractures rises sharply, a major cause of disability in older adults. Each fall can lead to long recovery times, further inactivity, and even more rapid muscle wasting. In short, sarcopenia after 60 is not an isolated phenomenon, but a complex interplay of hormonal shifts, neurological changes, metabolic inefficiencies, inflammatory processes, and lifestyle factors. It is both a natural part of aging and, importantly, a condition that can be significantly influenced by the choices we make daily, from the foods we eat to the way we move our bodies to how we manage our overall health and wellness. Tea is one of the world's most widely consumed beverages, second only to water, yet its value goes far beyond flavor and cultural tradition. For centuries, it has been regarded as a source of vitality, mental clarity, and longevity. Modern science has confirmed that tea contains a unique constellation of bioactive compounds, many of which have powerful effects on muscle preservation, repair, and function, particularly in older adults. What makes tea so remarkable in this regard is not that it delivers a single miracle nutrient, but that it acts through multiple biological pathways at once, addressing several of the root causes of muscle loss as we age. One of the most significant ways tea supports muscle health is through its high concentration of polyphenols, a group of plant-derived compounds with potent antioxidant properties. Among these, catechins in green tea and theaflavins in black tea are especially noteworthy. Muscle tissue is constantly exposed to oxidative stress, a byproduct of normal metabolism that increases with age, chronic inflammation, and physical exertion. Over time, this oxidative stress can damage the delicate proteins and mitochondria within muscle cells, impairing their ability to contract effectively and recover after activity. The polyphenols in tea help neutralize these reactive oxygen species before they can cause harm, preserving the integrity and function of muscle fibers even under conditions of physiological stress. Another critical function of tea's polyphenols is their ability to modulate inflammation. Aging is often accompanied by a low-grade chronic inflammatory state, sometimes referred to as inflammaging. This persistent inflammation interferes with the body's capacity to repair and regenerate muscle tissue by activating cellular pathways that promote breakdown instead of synthesis. Compounds such as epigallocatechin galate, EGCG, in green tea have been shown to downregulate inflammatory signaling molecules like TNF alpha and interleukin 6, effectively shifting the balance toward an environment more favorable for muscle maintenance and growth. In doing so, tea doesn't just slow the destruction of muscle tissue. It creates conditions that allow for more efficient recovery after exercise or injury. Tea also appears to have a role in enhancing mitochondrial efficiency, which is critical for muscle endurance and energy production. Mitochondria are the power plants of our cells, generating the ATP molecules that fuel muscle contraction. With age, mitochondrial number and function tend to decline, leading to fatigue and slower recovery times. Certain tea polyphenols stimulate a process known as mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria, and improve the efficiency of existing ones. This means that muscles can generate more energy with less strain, allowing older adults to remain physically active for longer periods without experiencing debilitating fatigue. Circulation is another piece of the muscle health puzzle, and tea has demonstrated benefits here as well. Healthy muscles depend on an adequate supply of oxygen and nutrients delivered via the bloodstream. The flavonoids found in tea can improve endothelial function, which is the ability of blood vessels to dilate and contract efficiently. They do this by boosting nitric oxide production, a signaling molecule that relaxes vessel walls and enhances blood flow. Improved circulation ensures that muscle tissue receives the resources it needs during physical activity and speeds the removal of metabolic waste products afterward, reducing soreness and stiffness. Interestingly, tea can also influence muscle metabolism through its impact on fat oxidation and glucose regulation. During exercise, muscles draw energy from stored carbohydrates and fats. Catechins in green tea have been shown to increase the rate of fat oxidation, essentially teaching the body to burn fat more efficiently as fuel. This spares glycogen stores, allowing muscles to perform for longer before fatigue sets in. Moreover, tea helps stabilize blood sugar levels by improving insulin sensitivity, which not only benefits overall metabolic health, but also ensures a steady supply of glucose to working muscles without the damaging effects of sharp spikes and crashes. Tea's benefits extend to the neuromuscular system as well. The ability to generate strength is not just about muscle mass, but also about the precision and coordination of nerve signals that trigger muscle contraction. Some of the amino acids found in tea, particularly L-theanine, can influence neurotransmitter activity in the brain, potentially supporting better motor control and reaction times. This is especially relevant for older adults, where even minor improvements in coordination can reduce the risk of falls and enhance confidence in movement. Finally, tea's role as a muscle-protecting powerhouse may also be linked to its ability to reduce muscle protein breakdown directly. In laboratory studies, polyphenols have been found to inhibit the activity of enzymes involved in proteolysis, the process by which muscle proteins are degraded. By slowing this breakdown and simultaneously stimulating muscle protein synthesis, tea creates a more favorable net balance of muscle tissue over time. This is a subtle effect, but when combined with the other pathways tea influences, from reduced inflammation and oxidative stress to improved circulation and mitochondrial function, it becomes a significant contributor to maintaining strength and mobility well into later life. Green tea has earned a reputation as one of the most health-promoting beverages in the world, and its benefits extend far beyond its calming aroma or its role in traditional ceremonies. For those over 60, green tea offers a unique and powerful way to support muscle health, combat age-related decline, and preserve physical strength. Its muscle-protecting power comes from a combination of biologically active compounds, most notably a catechin called epigallocatechin galate, or EGCG. This molecule has been studied extensively for its effects on inflammation, oxidative stress, metabolism, and cellular repair, all of which are critical factors in the preservation of lean muscle mass as we age. One of the most compelling effects of green tea on muscle strength lies in its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant capacity. As the body ages, it experiences a higher baseline level of oxidative stress, which damages muscle proteins, cell membranes, and mitochondria. This ongoing stress accelerates the breakdown of muscle fibers and makes it harder for the body to repair them after exertion. EGCG acts as a potent scavenger of free radicals, unstable molecules that cause oxidative damage, neutralizing them before they can harm muscle tissue. At the same time, it helps to suppress inflammatory cytokines like interleukin 6 and tumor necrosis factor alpha, which not only degrade muscle but also interfere with the signaling pathways that trigger muscle growth. By reducing both inflammation and oxidative damage, green tea creates a physiological environment in which muscles are better able to maintain their structure and function even under the stress of aging. Green tea also influences energy metabolism in muscle cells, which plays a direct role in strength preservation. The mitochondria, the microscopic energy generators inside muscle fibers, tend to decline in both number and efficiency with age, leading to fatigue, reduced endurance, and slower recovery. Studies have shown that EGCG can stimulate mitochondrial biogenesis, the process by which new mitochondria are formed, and enhance the function of existing mitochondria. This means muscle cells can produce more energy with greater efficiency, giving older adults the stamina to engage in physical activity for longer periods without the rapid onset of exhaustion. This increased mitochondrial capacity not only supports endurance, but also ensures that muscle fibers have the energy required to repair and grow after exercise. Another way green tea helps preserve strength is through its impact on fat oxidation and glycogen sparing. During physical activity, muscles use a combination of glucose from glycogen stores and fatty acids as fuel. Green tea catechins increase the body's ability to oxidize fat, which has the dual benefit of preserving glycogen for high-intensity efforts and preventing premature fatigue. This is especially important for older adults, whose glycogen storage capacity may be reduced compared to younger individuals. By improving the balance of energy use, green tea enables muscles to sustain effort for longer periods, making activities such as walking, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries feel less taxing. In addition to these metabolic benefits, green tea may also directly stimulate muscle protein synthesis, the process of building new muscle tissue. Some research suggests that EGCG activates AMP-activated protein kinase, AMPK, an enzyme that plays a central role in regulating energy balance and can influence the pathways that trigger muscle growth. While AMPK is often associated with fat metabolism, its activation in muscle cells can also encourage adaptation to physical stress, leading to stronger and more resilient muscle fibers over time. This makes green tea not just a passive protector of muscle, but an active promoter of its renewal. Circulation is another key aspect of muscle performance, and green tea exerts beneficial effects on the vascular system. By improving endothelial function and increasing nitric oxide bioavailability, green tea enhances the ability of blood vessels to dilate, allowing for better blood flow to working muscles. This improved circulation delivers oxygen and nutrients more efficiently during exercise and expedites the removal of metabolic waste products afterward. For someone over 60, this can translate to less muscle soreness, faster recovery, and greater comfort in daily movement. Interestingly, green tea also contains the amino acid L-theanine, which has calming effects on the brain without causing drowsiness. While this may not seem directly related to muscle strength, it can indirectly benefit performance by reducing stress-induced cortisol levels. Elevated cortisol, a hormone released during prolonged stress, is known to promote muscle breakdown and hinder repair. By promoting a state of calm focus, L-theanine helps keep cortisol levels in check, creating a more favorable hormonal environment for muscle maintenance. Green tea's influence on blood sugar regulation is yet another mechanism by which it supports strength preservation. Muscle tissue relies on a steady supply of glucose for optimal function, and wide fluctuations in blood sugar can cause fatigue, weakness, and impaired recovery. Green tea catechins improve insulin sensitivity, allowing muscle cells to absorb and utilize glucose more effectively. This not only benefits muscle performance, but also reduces the risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, both of which can accelerate muscle loss in older adults. Beyond its physiological effects, green tea offers a practical advantage for those looking to integrate muscle supportive nutrition into their daily routine. It is easy to prepare, affordable, and can be enjoyed hot or cold, making it adaptable to personal preference and climate. Drinking it regularly, especially before or after light physical activity, may provide a synergistic boost to muscle repair and performance by timing its bioactive compounds when the muscles are most receptive to nutrient uptake. For older adults seeking to maintain independence, energy, and stability, this simple habit can become a cornerstone of a strength-preserving lifestyle. Oolong tea is a unique and fascinating variety that sits midway between green and black tea in the spectrum of oxidation. This partial fermentation process gives oolong a distinct flavor profile and, more importantly, a different blend of bioactive compounds that offer their own health advantages. When it comes to maintaining physical balance, coordination, and neuromuscular stability, all crucial for mobility and independence in later years, oolong tea brings a combination of benefits that can help older adults stay steady on their feet and reduce the risk of falls. Unlike many beverages that only address one aspect of health, oolong influences multiple interconnected systems that contribute to balance, muscle strength, nerve signaling, blood sugar stability, and cardiovascular performance. One of the most overlooked contributors to age-related loss of balance is the gradual decline in neuromuscular communication. Movement is not just about muscle strength. It requires precise coordination between the brain, spinal cord, and muscle fibers. This coordination depends on the health of nerve cells and the speed at which they transmit electrical signals. Oolong tea contains both catechins, like green tea, and theaflavins, like black tea, creating a synergistic effect that benefits both muscle tissue and the nervous system. These compounds reduce oxidative stress in nerve cells, helping to preserve the myelin sheath, the protective coating around nerves that ensures rapid signal transmission. By supporting nerve health, oolong tea helps maintain the split-second timing between brain signals and muscle contractions that is essential for stable, confident movement. Oolong tea's influence on blood sugar control is another key factor in its ability to enhance balance. Fluctuating blood sugar levels can cause sudden dips in energy, dizziness, and even momentary confusion, all of which increase the likelihood of losing one's footing. The polyphenols in oolong improve insulin sensitivity and slow the absorption of carbohydrates after meals, helping to keep blood sugar levels within a stable range. This stability supports consistent energy delivery to both the brain and muscles throughout the day, ensuring that the nervous system and musculoskeletal system remain synchronized during walking, standing, or more complex movements. The cardiovascular benefits of oolong tea also play a critical role in maintaining balance. Good balance depends heavily on proper blood flow to the brain's balance centers, particularly the vestibular system, located in the inner ear, and the cerebellum, which coordinates movement. If blood circulation to these areas is compromised, even briefly, it can lead to instability or unsteadiness. The flavonoids in oolong tea enhance endothelial function and promote healthy vasodilation, increasing blood flow not only to muscles, but also to the brain. This improved circulation ensures that the neural circuits responsible for balance and coordination receive the oxygen and nutrients they need to function at their best. Muscle endurance is another area where oolong tea offers support. While it may not be as heavily researched for muscle preservation as green tea, Oolong still contains enough catechins to help reduce exercise-induced oxidative stress and improve fat oxidation. Enhanced fat metabolism during activity allows muscles to perform longer without fatigue, which is essential for tasks that require sustained stability, such as walking on uneven surfaces or climbing stairs. The less fatigued a muscle is, the more precise and controlled its movements will be, a vital element for avoiding trips and missteps. There is also evidence that oolong tea can have a subtle effect on body composition, which indirectly supports balance. Carrying excess body fat, particularly around the abdomen, shifts the body's center of gravity forward, making it harder to maintain an upright stance and increasing the physical demand on the muscles and joints responsible for stabilization. Oolong tea's polyphenols, along with its moderate caffeine content, can help increase energy expenditure and fat oxidation, promoting a healthier body composition over time. This improvement in posture and center of gravity translates to better balance in daily activities. Beyond the physiological benefits, oolong tea contains moderate levels of caffeine, generally less than black tea but more than green tea, which can provide a gentle mental alertness without the jitteriness that comes from stronger sources like coffee. Mental sharpness is an underappreciated aspect of balance. Quick reflexes, the ability to react to sudden changes in environment, and maintaining focus during physical movement all depend on a certain level of alertness. The caffeine in oolong, combined with calming amino acids like L-theanine, promotes a state of calm focus. This mental clarity ensures that the brain can process sensory input rapidly and send corrective signals to the body in the event of a stumble or shift in terrain. Another dimension of oolong's role in balance preservation comes from its impact on inflammation and joint health. Chronic joint discomfort, stiffness, or pain can lead to compensatory walking patterns that throw off alignment and stability. Oolong tea's anti-inflammatory compounds help reduce low-grade inflammation in connective tissues, making it more comfortable to move naturally. When the joints move more freely and without pain, the muscles responsible for stabilizing the body can operate in their proper alignment, greatly improving stability and reducing the risk of imbalance. The flavor and ritual of drinking oolong tea may also contribute to its long-term benefits by encouraging regular consumption. Its taste is often described as smooth, floral, and slightly toasty, making it appealing to a wide range of palates. For many older adults, incorporating a beverage that is enjoyable and soothing increases the likelihood of consistent use. Over time, the accumulation of its cardiovascular, metabolic, and neuromuscular benefits can form a powerful foundation for maintaining both balance and confidence in movement. Hibiscus tea, with its vibrant ruby red color and naturally tart flavor, is far more than a refreshing herbal drink. For centuries, it has been valued in traditional medicine systems across Africa, Asia, and the Middle East for its ability to cool the body, support the heart, and promote vitality. Modern science has confirmed that hibiscus is rich in a variety of bioactive compounds, most notably anthocyanins, the same plant pigments responsible for the deep red and purple colors in berries and certain vegetables. These anthocyanins, along with other flavonoids and organic acids found in hibiscus, exert powerful effects on the vascular system, making this tea a potent ally for improving circulation. In older adults, especially those over 60, optimal circulation is not just about heart health. It is a critical factor in maintaining strong, functional muscles and ensuring that every step feels steady and energized. As we age, the elasticity of our blood vessels often diminishes. The inner lining of these vessels, called the endothelium, becomes less responsive to signals that would normally prompt dilation, and the vessel walls themselves can become stiffer due to changes in collagen and elastin fibers. This combination can limit blood flow to muscles and peripheral tissues, slowing the delivery of oxygen and nutrients and hindering the removal of metabolic waste products. Hibiscus tea's anthocyanins have been shown to improve endothelial function by increasing the availability of nitric oxide, a signaling molecule that relaxes smooth muscle cells in the vessel walls. This relaxation allows blood vessels to widen or dilate, enhancing circulation throughout the body. For muscles, this improved blood flow means a more consistent supply of oxygen during activity and faster delivery of amino acids and other building blocks needed for repair after use. The circulatory benefits of hibiscus tea also extend to its well-documented effects on blood pressure regulation. Elevated blood pressure is one of the most common cardiovascular challenges in older adults and can contribute to vascular damage over time. High pressure inside the arteries places stress on the vessel walls, causing microtears and encouraging the deposition of cholesterol-rich plaques that narrow the lumen of the vessel. Hibiscus tea's polyphenols and organic acids act as natural vasodilators and mild diuretics, helping to lower both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in a gentle but clinically meaningful way. By easing the workload on the heart and reducing vascular tension, hibiscus tea helps maintain a healthier flow of blood to the extremities and working muscles, which is essential for sustaining energy and stability during daily movement. Good circulation also supports thermoregulation, the body's ability to maintain a stable internal temperature during activity. Muscles generate heat as they contract, and the blood carries this heat to the skin's surface, where it can be released into the environment. Impaired circulation can slow this process, leading to overheating, fatigue, and even dizziness during prolonged activity. The vasodilating effect of hibiscus tea helps ensure that blood moves efficiently between the muscles and skin, supporting the cooling process and reducing the risk of temperature-related fatigue. One aspect of hibiscus tea that makes it particularly suitable for older adults is that it is naturally caffeine-free. While caffeine has certain performance benefits, it can sometimes constrict blood vessels in sensitive individuals, counteracting circulation goals. Hibiscus, by contrast, delivers all of its vascular and anti-inflammatory benefits without any of the potential drawbacks associated with caffeine. This means it can be consumed in the evening or alongside other teas without disrupting sleep. An important consideration, since restorative sleep is essential for muscle repair and cardiovascular health. Beyond its vascular effects, hibiscus tea provides a significant amount of antioxidant support, which indirectly enhances circulation by protecting the vascular endothelium from oxidative damage. Free radicals generated by normal metabolism, pollution, or inflammatory processes can damage the delicate cells lining the blood vessels, impairing their ability to dilate and constrict appropriately. Anthocyanins and vitamin C in hibiscus neutralize these free radicals, preserving endothelial responsiveness and ensuring that blood flow remains adaptable to changing demands. Circulation is not just about supplying muscles with oxygen and nutrients. It is also about waste removal. During physical activity, muscle cells produce metabolic byproducts such as carbon dioxide and lactic acid. If these waste products accumulate, they can contribute to muscle soreness, cramping, and fatigue. By promoting better blood flow, hibiscus tea helps the body clear these byproducts more efficiently, reducing post-activity discomfort and supporting faster recovery. For older adults, this means that regular activity, whether it's a morning walk, gardening, or light resistance training, becomes more sustainable and less likely to be followed by days of stiffness. Hibiscus tea also influences blood lipid profiles, which has long-term implications for circulation. Studies have found that regular consumption can help lower LDL cholesterol and triglycerides while potentially raising HDL cholesterol. Healthier lipid levels reduce the likelihood of arterial plaque formation, which can otherwise restrict blood flow over time. Maintaining clear, flexible arteries is essential for ensuring that muscles, the brain, and other tissues continue to receive the blood supply they need, even during increased physical demands. Another subtle but valuable benefit of hibiscus tea is its hydrating quality. Adequate hydration is fundamental for maintaining blood volume, which in turn affects circulation efficiency. Dehydration can thicken the blood, making it more difficult for the heart to pump and slowing the rate at which oxygen reaches active tissues. Because hibiscus tea is naturally hydrating and pleasant to drink, either hot or cold, it encourages fluid intake throughout the day, helping to sustain optimal blood volume and flow. The combination of vascular support, antioxidant protection, anti-inflammatory action, and gentle hydration makes hibiscus tea an unusually comprehensive tool for circulation health. For individuals over 60, improved circulation can translate into more than just warmer hands and feet. It can mean stronger, more responsive muscles, better balance, and an increased capacity to engage in the activities that keep the body and mind vibrant. Creating a daily routine that actively supports muscle preservation and overall physical strength after 60 requires more than occasional healthy choices. It requires consistent, purposeful habits that work together throughout the day to maintain energy levels, support recovery, and optimize circulation. The advantage of using tea as a central component of this routine is that it can be seamlessly integrated into daily life without adding complexity. Each tea, when consumed at the right time and in the right way, can provide a unique set of benefits that align with the body's natural rhythms. This approach does not replace other healthy habits such as balanced nutrition and regular movement. Rather, it enhances them, making each effort more effective and sustainable. The day can begin with green tea in the morning, ideally within the first hour after waking. This is a time when the body is transitioning from a fasting state and preparing to engage its metabolism for the day ahead. Drinking green tea in the morning delivers a moderate amount of caffeine that gently stimulates the central nervous system, promoting alertness and focus without the jitteriness that sometimes comes with coffee. The EGCG and other catechins in green tea begin working to neutralize oxidative stress right from the start of the day, protecting muscle cells from early damage and preparing them for physical activity. For individuals who include morning exercise in their routine, even a short walk or gentle stretching, green tea can also enhance fat oxidation, helping the body use stored energy more efficiently while sparing muscle glycogen for moments when it is most needed. The amino acid L-theanine contributes to a calm focus, making this an ideal time for both mental and physical preparation. Late morning or early afternoon is an opportune moment for oolong tea, particularly for maintaining balance and steady energy levels. Many people experience a natural dip in alertness during this time, often referred to as the midday slump. Oolong tea, with its moderate caffeine content and unique combination of catechins and theaflavins, provides a smooth lift in energy without overstimulation. The compounds in oolong support neuromuscular coordination and improve insulin sensitivity, helping to keep blood sugar levels stable during and after lunch. Stable blood sugar not only sustains physical energy, but also ensures that the brain receives a consistent supply of glucose, reducing the likelihood of dizziness or unsteadiness that can compromise balance. This is also a good time for light movement, such as walking, gardening, or household tasks, which can be performed with greater stability and endurance when oolong tea's benefits are active. As the day progresses toward evening, the body naturally begins to wind down its activity level, but this does not mean the muscles stop working. Recovery and repair processes are actually heightened during periods of rest, making it important to create an environment that supports these functions. Hibiscus tea in the late afternoon or early evening is particularly well suited for this role. Naturally caffeine-free, hibiscus delivers anthocyanins that enhance circulation, ensuring that oxygen and nutrient delivery to muscle tissues remain strong even after physical activity has ended. Its vasodilatory effects can also help lower blood pressure in a gentle, sustained way, reducing vascular strain and improving the body's capacity for repair during the night. Drinking hibiscus tea warm can be soothing, promoting relaxation, while drinking it chilled can provide a refreshing boost in hydration, both of which contribute to better muscle recovery. In addition to timing the teas, pairing them with complementary practices can maximize their benefits. For instance, drinking green tea about 30 minutes before a morning walk or light strength training session can prime the body for fat oxidation and improve stamina. Following physical activity, a small protein rich snack can further support muscle protein synthesis, with oolong tea helping to regulate the post meal blood sugar response. Hibiscus tea pairs well with a nutrient dense dinner rich in vegetables, healthy fats, and lean protein, as its circulatory benefits can aid in nutrient delivery from the digestive system to muscle cells during the early phases of recovery. Hydration is another key consideration when structuring this daily routine. Many older adults unintentionally consume less fluid than they need, which can compromise circulation and muscle performance. By incorporating tea throughout the day, hydration becomes more consistent and appealing. Each tea provides not only fluids, but also phytonutrients that target specific aspects of muscle preservation. It is important to remember, however, that excessive caffeine late in the day can interfere with sleep, which is why green and oolong teas are best consumed earlier, leaving the evening hours for caffeine-free hibiscus. The cumulative effect of this daily rhythm is that the body receives targeted support at multiple points in the day. Morning green tea sharpens focus, boosts metabolism, and primes muscles for movement. Midday oolong reinforces balance, steadies energy, and sustains neuromuscular coordination. Evening hibiscus enhances circulation, promotes recovery, and supports the vascular system. This layered approach ensures that muscles are not only protected from breakdown, but also consistently supplied with the resources they need for repair, adaptation, and functional strength. This routine can be adapted to personal preferences and activity levels. For someone who exercises later in the day, green tea could be shifted closer to that workout to harness its metabolic benefits, while oolong could serve as a pre-exercise energizer. For those in warmer climates, all three teas can be enjoyed over ice without compromising their bioactive properties, making it easier to stay hydrated in hot weather. Likewise, for individuals with sensitive stomachs, teas can be consumed alongside a small snack to reduce acidity without diminishing their health benefits. The power of this routine lies in its simplicity and consistency. By structuring tea consumption to align with the body's natural patterns of energy, movement, and recovery, each cup becomes more than just a beverage. It becomes a functional tool for preserving strength, improving circulation, enhancing coordination, and sustaining independence well into later years.